Twitter notifications on, you can be... If y'all have... Yeah, if people had Twitter notifications on, they could have gotten here early too. Yeah, exactly. That's true. This has to be lit up, or there's no sound. You see that? This has to be red, or there's no mic. So if you turn that off, that kills the mic. But they could still hear. It looks like they can hear me on, and it brings the sound on. No, I need the music to start normally. There. Hey, Tropical.
Prepare yourself.
Hey, Nick. Hey, Michael Haskey. Thanks for starting the show, Nick. Hey, Dave Campione. What's up, everybody?
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
Well, no, I don't want to turn that sound.
Line and take, cashing your chips, you sniveling, whining, self-loathing hypocrite. Blame it on Rio or the woman in red. Don't fool yourself, it's all in your head. You're the mascot of the next century. Look in the mirrors, count insecurity. I bleed for you, my eyes burn. My point is no, 'cause you'll never learn.
Look at all that pretty chat on the screen. I love it. More of that, please. Thank you, everybody.
It starts with an F.
Trending reporting in live with Deb, Orlando, Florida. Home trending has Deb's all things trending. We're finding media, hashtag trending on all forums, sources and sorts of social media, especially Rumble. And if you're not watching from Rumble, you're not getting all the free speech. And if you guys aren't following on Twitter, you guys could have gotten here earlier. Just follow me on Twitter. Okay. Stupid mute start. I don't know what you mean by that. Okay, man. I think we're going to be right over here. We're going to put this right over there. And go like that. Okay, man. So, how is everybody? I hope you're doing well. Breaking out the bongs tonight. Oh. Let's do some Gorilla Glue de-seeding. It's worth it. It's always worth de-seeding Gorilla Glue, man. Let's see what we got. So, you know, the only thing that seems to be in the news repeatedly right now is what's going on with Donald Trump and the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court is going to be hearing Donald Trump's case of whether or not he's guilty of, conspiracy to commit, or not even conspiracy, but just taking part in the insurrection. If you take part in an insurrection, our Constitution, or whatever the hell it's in, says that if you participate, you can't run for any office. So there's no question about whether the presidency is included in that or not. It says any public office, or it's like that. That might not be the exact words, but it includes the presidency. Because you look at the presidency and it's a public office. It says shall not be able to run for any public office. Anyone guilty of participating in an insurrection. So we talked about this on the earlier show, in that we were saying that people are delusional in thinking that that was an insurrection, or that Donald Trump didn't take a part in it, or that he didn't direct people to do what they did. But now it goes to 9 morons who have to decide this for us, while we all sit cuck-faced with open mouths watching like a bunch of idiots. Like, when we all know what happened. And if anybody out there in the audience has any doubts about what transpired on January 6th, I just challenge you to go watch the entire day from start to finish from any news program that covered the whole day. CNN did, and you can go watch it. And then come back here and tell me you still have the same exact opinion. Because once you've witnessed it, it's hard to say it's anything else but a violent attempt to overthrow an election, which is to subvert the government, which is insurrection. It's the exact definition of an insurrection. So maybe they didn't bring all their guns. It doesn't fucking matter. Oh, I didn't check this one for seeds. So important. You never want to smoke a seed. Oh my God. It's like smoking burnt popcorn kernels. Oh God. It's so bad. I've smoked plenty of them to know. I don't ever want to do it again. I couldn't believe I loaded a bowl with a seed. Oh, is this a seed right here? Boom, I found a seed. Look at this. There's a seed. That's a viable seed. Here, where's the other one? Well, it was.
Wait, stand by.
Right here.
Somewhere.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's put it right there. Probably rolled off. Rolled off somewhere.
We will find it.
I keep those, but that one got burnt a little bit. Okay. I got seeded bud from the dispensary. Said to return it was their top tier. Oh my God, that's terrible, bro. Oh my God, Dave. I hope that wasn't True Leave. Was it True Leave? I'm betting it wasn't. But, I wouldn't put it past True Leave either.
I gotta put my hair back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to light it on fire. Ready?
Vitacan. Ooh, that's a cool name. Vitacan. I like the can. C-A-N-N, bro. There you go. Someone's finally picking up on its cannabis. Very good, Vitacan. We all love Vitacan. I hope they can fix their seed problem. Thank you, Vitacan, for having a great name. Keeping it real over there at Vitacan. Let's go back to the Bitcoin price. 44.52. There we go.
Cheers.
No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, Deb. Cheers, everybody in the chats. Thank you for joining us.
Cheers,
And I am on Twitter tweeting right now, and all of you guys could go there and retweet my tweets. I know you're not being told I'm totally shadow banned, but if you guys could just go over there and do that, I'd really appreciate it. It tastes good, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Oh, man. That Gorilla Glue tastes so good. Florida MMJ's amateur hour. Yeah, it can be. Unless you're in Nay's garden. I'm gonna pop my free seed in water. Put it in wet paper towels. Okay, so we talked about basically everything that's going on in the news. Is the Supreme Court is going to hear the case about whether or not Donald Trump is guilty of conspiracy, and should he be taken off ballots? Should states be able to decide whether or not that person can be removed, or should it be up to the Congress, or the House, or the Senate? I don't know. What's crazy is we have laws in this country that aren't clear. And with all of the attorneys and judges that decide case law all the time, and it's all written down and everything, I don't know why there's any kind of a question as to whether or not Donald Trump can run for president or not. And I'm not saying it's one way or the other. I'm just saying I can't believe there's a question. Like, none of us seem to know, and it has to go to these 9 idiots, these 9 fucking idiots, to tell us what our laws already state. And when I look, let's bring it up. Let's bring the law up. It's the 14th Amendment, Section 3, right? 14th Amendment, Section, there it is. See, it comes right up. Section 3. Boom. How about the actual thing? Well, that would be, you would think it'd be the first thing that come up, right? These fucking idiots. But all these assholes pay more money to beat the search.
Yep.
God, man. Drives me fucking crazy. Truth is no longer the priority at Google. It's the priority are the advertisers. There it is. I just want the fucking wording, dude. No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president, or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state, who, having previously taken an oath, Donald Trump did, as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States. And the president is an officer of the United States. Are you kidding me? He's the number one. He's the commander in chief. So don't even try that shit. Don't even try to say that this doesn't apply to the president, or as a member of any state legislator, or as an executive. Dude, I'm assuming that's the actual verbiage. I can't believe it is. It's explicit AF. That can't be the actual verbiage. Yep, that's it. Oh my God. That's it. That's the wording, guys. And it says, as a member of state legislature or as an executive or judicial officer of any state to support the Constitution of the United States shall have engaged in insurrection. He engaged in insurrection. He even told people he was going to march down there with them to get them lathered up. So don't tell me he didn't engage in that. He said he was going to go down there. He told them to go stop the steal. He told them that Mike Pence was responsible and could change it back. He told them that they had to go stop the steal, though. That's a call to action. Or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. But Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability. So, at the very end, it says there has to be a vote, and it has to be 2/3 of each house. That's the House and the Senate. Well, they could only get that in one, I would think. They're not going to get 2/3 of the fucking Senate. They'll get the House, but they won't get the Senate. They might not even get the House, actually. They'll get 50-50. They're not going to get 2/3. That's more than half, right? 2/3. That's more than half. They're not going to get it. So, why is there a question? And let me put this up on screen for you guys, because I don't understand why there's a question here. It's so blatant It's right. The wording is right here for you to see. Section 3. And I want everyone that has any doubt that we have to have 11 more, 11, 9 morons, 9 fucking morons, like, what's that guy's name? Like Clarence Thomas. Read these words and decipher it for us when it's written in English. We can all understand the definition and the meaning of these words, the order that they were written down, and what their definitive meaning is. There's no doubt. The fact that we need scholars to tell us what these words mean, it's like someone telling me, hey man, your name is Ben Shader. And I'm like, dude, I needed you to tell me that? This is the woman you will marry. Dude. These are straight facts. I don't need someone to tell me these things. Are you guys reading this? Going to be a crazy year, 100%. Tropical thing. That's all I can get on the chat, huh? You guys aren't gonna engage in you guys know I'm really big on the engaging in conversation back. You guys like, I told you this. Now you guys tell me what you think about what I just said. And somebody disagree out there? You know, I'm thinking, no, it's pretty obvious. This stuff is pretty obvious. No person, I can't believe it says all this. I can't believe it says all this. It says, or elector of president and vice president. It literally says it. Does anyone, I mean, hey, clear as day. Okay, Token Tony Z, thank you. Tropical Thing says, yup. Okay, Tropical Thing and Token Tony Z. Craig Allen says no law regarding cannabis. I agree, Craig. What I would like to know from you, Craig, is what I told you was that Donald Trump is guilty of engaging in insurrection or rebellion against the same, because it says support the Constitution of the United States. So they're talking about the Constitution of the United States. You tell it like it is. I always agree with what you say. Tropical Thing. Thank you. When you guys see that, you see what Tropical Thing did? He gave me a 100%. Go ahead and give me something in the chat, man, and let me know you're paying attention and you agree. Give me a happy face. Give me a 100%. Give me a thumbs up. Give me the little doggy that's doing this. I don't care what the fuck you do, but do something, folks. Participate in the chat. I know there's only a few of you here, but if those of you that are here could say something, I would great. It gets me mad when you guys just sit there. I'm getting high along with you, and I'm talking. You're supposed to talk back, right? Hey, Vega Man, I haven't seen you in forevs, yo. You're with me. What's up, bro? How's it going? Thank you. Finally, somebody that will talk. Dave Campione. Yes. 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 Please, more of that. Always here just eating dinner right now. No, your Tropical Thing, you're holding it down. I got more pink in the chat than any other color. So you're holding it down. Chopping wood. Okay, Nick, you're chopping wood. Okay. I'm doing a podcast. You're apologizing because you haven't been by a show in a while? It's okay, bro. It's okay. Everybody's catching hell tonight for not participating in the chat like they should be. I want to see activity. I want to see excitement. I want to see support and love and meaningful responses and lots of spam of little character things. I don't care what the fuck you spam me, dude. I want the chat to fucking move for a change. You know, when we're watching these other podcasters, a lot of the stuff that we see, a lot of it is just an avatar. I mean, an emote. Emote me. What are you doing? You give me an emote. Dave Campione and Tropical Thing are the only two people to emote me on my screen right now. I know some of you have done it before. Can I get some emotes, please? Thank you, Craig Allen OG. That's what I'm talking about. Looking fire. Thumbs up guitar playing. Emotes from anybody else. Good evening, Steve Running, but you are right, says Vega Man. It's right there in black and white. Thank you, Vega Man. Right, I'm right? We don't need 9 morons to translate this for us because it's already written there for us to read ourselves. The only question you might have is whether or not you feel like Donald Trump engaged in an insurrection or rebellion. And I would tell you it's not up for a debate. Go watch January 6th, man. Go pull it up. And look, I'll pull it up for you guys. I'll bet you not a single one of you ever pulled it up after I said today. You know, you should go pull this up, blah, blah, blah. Watch. January 6th, CNN, full day. Oops, full daggy. Let's do this again. Full day, 2021. Video Capitol breach on January 6th. This is 11 minutes, 1 hour. This is weird. It's giving me the same stupid fucking coverage. That's only an hour. 11 hours, 54 minutes. Found that motherfucker. Look at this. You guys, I've got 11 hours of footage from that day.
Groups like the Proud Boys coming out later on.
It might be in real
and
time.
Walking around the city. And for the most part during the day, at some of these protests, you were seeing, families, and you weren't seeing those groups. So you're seeing, as the day goes on, as it gets darker, you're looking for people that are wearing, the gear that kind of is associated with some of these more militia groups, whether it's...
Right. Why would you go wearing gear, militia gear, to your capital? Huh. Crazy, right?
Helmets and
helmets. Literally the word I used on today's show was helmets. I'm like, why the fuck did you come wearing a helmet to the Capitol? I literally said that on today's show. Moo, Cyber, what's up, buddy? Oh, I forgot to turn on Discord. Sorry, bro. I did turn my camera on and I forgot to click on Discord. Cyber's all, Moo? Moo. At least you know it's live. Hey, bro.
There he is.
You know, Billy says, Billy Valentine, he says, we can never hear Cyber in except for the times that he's angry at you. And I go, well, that's a lot, actually. So you must hear him often.
No, it's been a long time since I've been angry at you, right?
I don't know. I'm not keeping track. The live stream.
No, I think it's a very long time since I've been yelling at you, actually. I don't think about it.
Feels good, man.
It does. It does. I was a little grumpy with the computer though, but I don't think I was yelling.
Then Billy couldn't have heard anything that you said, I guess. Can you guys all hear Cyber talking to me? Or is that like, does it get cut off?
I always hear him.
You always hear him?
I always
Oh. Maybe Billy's just got some bad
Yeah.
speakers over there. You might have a lot of noise going on in the background.
I'm good.
Yeah. So, this is
Vests and
this is what was
camo
going
and
on.
things like that. So, I mean, right now it's still.
Cyber, you know what we're watching?
No. Hold on. I don't know. No, I don't.
We'll see if you can figure it out. Dude, I swear I thought I just saw someone walk through my house. Here.
Mostly kind of the crowd that looked like it was at the ellipse, but as the day and night goes on,
We'll see how long it takes you to figure it out.
Tame you so much, Jorge Ribas. Please stay safe. The mayor
Is
of
it
Washington,
live?
D.C., Muriel
No,
Bowser,
it's
has
pre-recorded.
ordered a citywide curfew for the District of Columbia starting at 6 o'clock tonight until 6 o'clock tomorrow.
We're watching an
morning.
11-hour
As a reminder,
broadcast.
you are watching a Washington Post special report.
Oh, it's
I'm
from
Maria
last year?
Casey, and to catch you up on a dramatic day in the
More.
middle of what is typically
More than
a
last year.
ceremonial event. Hundreds of
Yeah,
Trump
but it was
supporters have stormed
the
from
riot.
metal barricades
Yes.
at the back
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
Capitol.
Yes. You figured that out fast. And this is early.
I
This
don't
is
know if it was fast though.
3 hours in. This is 4 hours in.
It's a little more relaxed about it, but
They don't
on the
have a
Senate
live
side,
mic.
members are turned away.
You can't hear if anybody's
Not,
yelling anything.
Having
Hey,
their
Tony,
shoulders
Tony
covered
C, and
not
hey,
having-
Nick, and hey, everybody.
Dangerous
Hey.
result
Hey.
of those lies in that
There.
rhetoric.
Yeah, look,
Now they're
and
playing
so
audio.
Earlier today,
You can hear people starting to
Democrat
yell and
said,
get charged up.
told me,
So
you know,
this
the
is
reason
4.5
we won
hours into the
made
video.
This person believed they would win both races. We haven't called the second. The reason we won, this guy said, was because we were focused on January 5th and
Sure.
Republicans were focused on January 6th, meaning, the Democrats were focused on getting out their voters in Georgia, and
not fair.
Trump and his, hardcore dead-end allies were focused on this, trying to stop this pro forma session and overturn the election, and that ultimately the consequence of that for Republicans may be that they don't control the Senate for the next 2 years.
Dave Weigel, let's check in with you before we let you go. Can you trace for us, Dave, sort of the path that we've taken to get here based on what you're hearing people say?
Look at these guys wearing helmets, guys. Look no further than people wearing helmets in the crowd. Look, I see 1, 2. I see 2 helmets right there, right in the very front. I don't see any other ones. But I see 2 helmets right there.
That's right, there were 3 helmets. That is, no, never mind, that was a shoulder. No, that is 3 helmets.
It might
I see
be
3
3.
helmets.
It might
I
be
see
3.
3
Yeah,
helmets.
it might be 3 right there.
Okay, I think we just lost Dave. Let's go to Emily Davies, one of my colleagues, a local reporter who's outside the Capitol. Emily, thank you so much for joining us. Where are you right now?
Yeah, no problem. I'm right by a door to the Capitol where a mob of about
You ready, Cyber?
200, maybe more demonstrators are trying to break
I am ready.
into a
Cheers.
door.
Cheers,
And there
Deb.
are
Cheers,
about
Cyber. No law
700
regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody in the
right
chats.
here, standing and blocking the door, and it's been a tense back and forth for at least half an hour at this particular spot at the Capitol. I believe similar confrontations are unfolding elsewhere, but we have eyes on this one.
Emily, are you seeing any sort of police presence to counter what's happening?
Yes. So there was a line of police earlier that came through the crowd, went to police features near the Capitol grounds, and then held the line by deploying some sort of irritant or smoke. It seems like it was tear gas by the smell and the way that people were reacting, but it's unclear. Now there are, again, a line of or a cluster of police and riot gear who are protecting the door to the Capitol. Earlier, demonstrators were closer to the door, and now those officers have moved slightly up.
They're chanting USA.
Rammed against the door, per se, if that makes sense.
Okay, so what are you hearing from people? Like, what are they expecting to happen right now?
We're gonna go.
Elections that have been closer in recent.
This is
history.
5 hours and
What was
18
interesting
minutes.
In that, you can compare that video we just saw from Trump to the speech we saw from Joe Biden. A few Democratic governor.
Here's 6 hours in.
Is having to send the National Guard because D.C. And federal law enforcement here are so overwhelmed. And in his tweet, he said, "I'm in close touch with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer." And that kind of raised my eyebrows a little bit, just because those are the two Democratic leaders. That's a Democratic governor. This whole situation, it shouldn't be partisan. And I'm not faulting them for being partisan. The fact is the president hasn't more forcefully responded, except that minute-long Twitter video. So there is this kind of confusion, and you have a lot of members who are taking things into their own hands. You talked a few hours ago now, I guess, about Elisa Slotkin, the congresswoman from Michigan, calling Mark Milley, the general who's the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. So there still is chaos, and hopefully these dispersal that we're seeing. It looks, from this live shot we're seeing, that there are still people hanging around up there who are not leaving, and you can imagine a scenario where there are obviously this is a stunning image that we're looking at right now, but where these folks are going to have to be forcibly removed.
Ringing in my ears right now as we watch and the people who are not dispersing.
Where are we supposed to go, in the water?
Someone asked.
36 years. He always says that he is
So
of the
this
Senate.
is weird.
It was a formative.
Reported outside. Now her office is in the Cannon building. DC police say they have made 10 arrests. That was Tuesday afternoon and into early today at pro-Trump demonstrations. Well,
how this situation was not better anticipated. Who is to blame? Is this, can this be directly tied to the president or the GOP, as some people are accusing? Is it an actual coup attempt, or is it just a demonstration that's run completely amok and caused huge state?
And when you think about potentially armed people, people storming the Capitol, it's just it puts you on a very dangerous trajectory. It creates a very dangerous precedent.
Because they're mad about the way an election turned out, they get to defile the halls of our democracy. It's stomach turning.
James, Mike makes such an important point. It is a privilege and an honor to go on the floor of the House and Senate, and even people who work there are not necessarily afforded that honor. It's not a casual event that happens.
That sign up there in the front says "Hell no, never, Joe." I mean, you can say that people were there to protest whatever, but when you've got a sign like that and a bunch of people standing around it, it kind of blows the whole theory that they were just there to tour the Capitol. Hell no, never, Joe, it says, and never's in red. So these people definitely had an agenda. This footage is actually must be the back side of the Capitol or something. That was the Washington Post, 11 hours. Here's the January 6th committee new video timeline of Capitol riot.
As we provide answers to
I saw
people
this
about January 6th.
Capitol.
I am not allowed to say what's going to happen today. It's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen.
These are our streets! $20 a picture. I hope Mike is going to do the right thing. I hope so.
12:05 p.m.
Because if Mike Pence does the right thing, we win the election. All Vice President
There you go.
Pence has to do is send it back to the states to recertify. And we become president, and you are the happiest people.
People.
Pence is going to have to come through for us. And if he doesn't, that will be a sad day for our country.
Hey, Tula. Hey, Susan.
With weakness, you have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
Not into the content tonight. Okay.
Cruiser 50, it does look like we're going to have an ad hoc march stepping off here. There's a crowd surge heading east.
Yeah, it looks like Antifa to me. We want Trump. Yeah, you sure that's Antifa? You idiots? Where's the FBI at? Where's the men in black directing these dudes?
Mike Pence, I hope you're going to stand up for the good of our Constitution and for the good of our country. And if you're not, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. I will tell you right now.
We just had protesters. C-Circle, breach the line. We need backup.
Fucking maniacs. Oh my god, look at that. It looks like an invasion. Did you guys see that? Dude, look at this scene, everybody. I mean, this looks like a war is starting. They're coming from two different angles, you know? It's crazy. Let me look at this. How terrifying is that? Look, these guys have like military style bulletproof vests on and shit.
Flak jackets on.
Yeah, look at this. So you're telling me that they were all going there to have a peaceful march? Why is this guy got face paint on? Like to darken his face.
Madam Speaker, the Vice President and the United States Senate.
So this is an accurate timeline. There's 1 p.m. right here, guys. This is 1:37.
We're going to give riot warning. We're going to try and get compliance, but this is now effectively a riot.
49 hours declaring it a riot.
Cruiser 5 to 50 be advised, Capitol Police one advised they're trying to breach and get to the Capitol.
Oh, but the police just let them in. Oh, the police just let them in. You know, that's what police just letting them in looks like. Right there. The police just let them in.
Cruiser 5 to 50 be advised, Capitol Police one advised they're trying to breach and get to the Capitol.
Yeah, copy.
All right, man.
too. We're about 5 mics out. We're trying to make our way through all this.
It really looked like that guy who used that cane.
It looked like who?
Yeah.
It looked like who?
That guy with the cane. Didn't you see there was a guy with a cane?
Uh-huh.
I mean...
Why would he have a weapon like that?
No, I just said he didn't use it as a cane, you know, he was carrying it up in the air, so my question was, why does he need a cane?
Because violence. This guy's got a big old backpack on. There's the dude with the fucking
Did you see the 3 cameramen walking with them?
Yeah. These guys were podcasters that were doing this. They were covering it live from their shows, and they were all saying, I didn't support what they were doing, but you were right there in the front line covering it. These guys with the cameras. They're just holding up those guys are just holding up cell phones. But yeah, there were plenty of podcasters there. Shoe Nice was there.
Without objection, the chair declares the House in recess pursuant to Clause 12B of Rule 1.
Mike Pence didn't have the courage to do what should have been done to protect our country and our Constitution, giving states a chance to certify a corrected set of facts, not the fraudulent or inaccurate ones which they were asked to previously certify. U.S. demands the truth. Bring out Pence. Bring out Pence. Bring out Pence.
The vice president. But and look at that. But this wasn't an insurrection. So everybody who hasn't seen this footage, this is what you have to watch. How the fuck do you stop that rage? Don't put a fascist in as your leader. This is what fascists do. It does not look peaceful to me, guys. They tried to kill Nancy Pelosi. Yeah.
We're trying to hold the epidemic. We're trying to hold the epidemic now. We need to hold the doors of the Capitol. I need court support.
This looks so peaceful. January 6th was a peaceful day. They were just protesting peacefully. And I got in trouble for showing this live while it was happening. They took my videos down. Oh, that is so good. You're like, doesn't matter whether it's hot or not. The coffee's so good.
Be advised that Capitol Police is going to start moving their resources inside. They're going to start the N4 officers first.
That looks peaceful. These guys are coming in with full military gear. What were they doing?
H208 with 4 members. The door's barricaded. There's people flooded the hallways outside. We have no way out.
In fact, officers still remaining on the house floor, on the third floor, to use the subway themselves.
You guys, that's the guy that kills Ashley Babbitt.
It's up to us people now, the American people. One more time. Tell you ready to move. And whatever it takes, I'll lay my life down if it takes. Absolutely. That's why we showed up today.
Inaudible. That's not violent. This isn't violent. Look at them crushing each other to get in there.
I've been to metal shows with less pushing, man. This is good.
That guy said he's been to more violent mosh pits. Remember? Than January 6th. He's like, I've been in more violent mosh pits than January 6th. Really? More violent than... You've been in a mosh pit that was more violent than this, dude? I said, did they have flagpoles? Were they stabbing people with flagpoles in your fucking violent mosh pit? You know, were they crushing cops? $170 people admitted guilt in courts and went to fucking jail and got fined and got probation and all kinds of shit. 170 of these guys. Love in the air. He's never seen anything like it. All screaming his name. What a piece of shit. Dude, there you go. That was done really well. And there should be no doubt that Donald Trump participated in a violent insurrection. There should be no doubt in anybody's mind after they watch that footage. Token Tony Z. That's interesting. It's just crazy that it says, or elector of president. It literally says, I don't know why there is what the court feels like they're going to deliberate on in this paragraph. So Cyber, check this out. This is what the Supreme Court is going to hear testimony on, and then we'll decide whether or not this is true or something else, which, you know, I'm assuming since Donald Trump appointed, you know, the tiebreakers in the Supreme Court, it could very well go in his favor. But they have to sell their fucking souls, and any Trump supporter is going to love them for it. It says, no person shall be a president if they've engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the United States. It's, you just look at that part of it. I mean, when you read all the words, it's exactly what it says. They were rioting. Was he knocked out? Yeah, that police officer? Oh, yeah, that dude was out. The guy had a hockey stick. Yeah, man, there were all kinds of weapons there that day. And people say, oh, there were no guns, or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, those guys that were coming in, they had trucks and trunks full of guns. But after 4 hours, their dear leader finally told them to stop it. You know? If he had not done that, they would have gone out and gotten their guns and come back. They would have brought pipe bombs. They would have burned the Capitol to the ground, man. I'm sure of it. It just, you know, took him 4 fucking hours. He was sitting there jerking off to it. Literally said he wanted to be there. He said that speech they showed, he says during the speech, I'm going to go down to the Capitol, and we're all going to go down to the Capitol, he said. Mosh pit. It's just silly. That was just silly. That's just somebody being an idiot. No person shall be an elector of president, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the United States, but Congress, with a 2/3 vote, can remove such disability, which would be most likely an impossible vote from both houses. Meaning they'd never get it. But if the Supreme Court rules that this isn't the case, if the Supreme Court rules that Donald Trump didn't engage in insurrection, then I hope the next time there is an insurrection, I hope they get the Supreme Court justices just like they went after everybody else and include them in their escapades, you know? Because if they were there at the Capitol when that happened, I think there would be no other way for them to describe what it was except for a violent insurrection, and they were scared for their lives, probably more scared than they'd ever been in their entire lives, because they've lived such sheltered, protected lives. And then all of a sudden, there's a bunch of Trump-supporting Americans, you know, calling for their demise, wanting to fucking string them up. Okay, Craig Allen. He says, if you're watching, hit that thumbs up. Everybody, if you want to give me thumbs ups, I would greatly appreciate it. We'll smoke a bong hit. Bong rips of bong rips. When we smoke the bong rips of cannabis, because it is what we smoke. You wanna? Yeah,
let me back on.
You wanna? Craig Allen, you wanna? Token Tony's, you wanna shoot me? David Campione, you wanna shoot me? That's it. That's. Oh, and Randy over there on YouTube. She Mark Animation wanna shoot me? We got Vega Man 66. Vega Man 66 wanna shoot me? Okay, I just asked can you believe this? I just asked every single one of you if you guys wanted to smokable, and not one of you said yes to me. How dare you all? Deb, cheers. Cyber, cheers. And
cheers, Cyber.
Yes, bro.
No law regarding
Cheers,
cannabis.
everybody.
Randy says yes. Dave says yes.
Too late.
It's not too late. I'm still smoking.
That's true.
I like to enjoy my smokes over a long period of time. Flower. No person shall be a president. That'd be so cool if I could do this. Like, is there a button I could hold down where I could select
The snippet tool.
shift? Oh, shift does that.
Right.
So you want to copy that? Just hit Control C.
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted to know if I could like select.
Yeah,
like,
you highlight it, hit Control C, and then if you open a Word document, you can just paste it in there, and then you can manipulate.
No, I don't want to paste anything. I just want to select it and make it highlighted. I want to highlight this, then I want to highlight president, then I want to highlight shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the, or just stop it at rebellion. So, yeah, you're right. I could just go, no person shall be a.
You are using Opera?
Yes.
Then use, hold on, I have an extension you can use for that purpose.
I mean, it doesn't have to be so fucking complicated, but I mean, it's just very explicit and there's a lot there, but I'm taking an oath. Shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion. No person shall be a president and vice president or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or any other state who, having previously taken an oath, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion. So that's just taking all the fat. That's just cutting all the fat out of it and getting what relates to President to the President of the United States. That's the part that is directly written into there that refers explicitly to the President of the United States. There is nothing in there that takes away from what that says. When you look at the entire paragraph, nothing says, unless, the president is Donald Trump, and then it doesn't apply to him. There's nothing like that in there. It completely applies to anyone running for president. Engaged in insurrection or rebellion. The whole thing was because of him. They wanted to overturn the election for him. He was the catalyst. He was the one that had people bus people in there. So he had more people there from out of state. Clarence Thomas's wife did that. She bussed in busloads of people. Nobody wants to talk about that. No, let's just let him decide whether or not, right? This applies to Donald Trump or not. Oh, man. Whatever. The cop who died was Bear Mace.
It'll be a cold case.
There was more than one cop that died. There's two people committed suicide right after, and one person died of their injuries. One person died there. One person died like the next day because of their injuries, I believe. Yep. All right, you guys, listen, we're out of here. Thanks for watching Cyber. Thank you. I will see you guys on the next show. I hope you all had fun. Goodbye.
Good night, guys.